Hello and welcome to YBC TV show. I'm Zijun.
And I'm Regina. We like to play children games when we were kids on the playground. But the new Korean Netflix thriller, Squid Game, might just be a little beyond our skill level. Yes, today we will be talking about Netflix's most popular show ever, Squid Game. If you have not heard about the show, you've been living under a rock because released only a fortnight ago, its tentacles have already spread across our news feed by hitting number 1 on Netflix in an incredible 90 countries, including Malaysia. So, what exactly Squid Game is?
Well, in Squid Game, 456 desperate contestants who are dealing with financial struggles compete with each other in a mysterious and deadly survival game involving multiple rounds of childhood games in order to win a final cash prize of 45.6 billion. But they die if they lose. That means there can only be one winner, and the rest of the contestants will die along the way. But today, instead of focusing on how the competitors in this game have been brutally murdered, we are going to talk about a simple childhood games, but will easily cause you death once you lose. So, why don't we introduce the most traumatic game to the audience?
Sure, the Mama game definitely took the cake. It did really shatter the audience soul. The group was initially told that they had to get on and pass. Everyone thought that they'd be teaming up with someone to go against other people. They are paired based on trust, but it turns out that the person you paired up with was the person that you had to play against, and the loser will be directly killed. So all the people that got paired up had these strong emotional ties where they had to end the other person's life.
That's true. The parents that they made people go up with was so traumatic because when the contestant knew that the enemy was in the same group, all of them take off their fake masks so as not to be knocked out from the game. This game showed human hypocrisy, where live and die, real and fake. The Tug of War game is worth to play if you are a contestant of Squid Game. A group of 10 people stood on a high platform, and the losers who were dragged by the opposite side immediately fell to death. They all chose to be with young and strong people, and sure enough, strong teams won. The team with more women and old people lost. But I remember there was a group who had women and an old weak man. But at the end, they won, right?
Yes, it's kind of surprising because 001, the oldest and weakest man, he had so much experience. Tug of War is not only about your strength. Yes, you may need strength, but do you only need strength? Or do you need experience which the old man had? That means strategy is more important than strength. With good strategy and teamwork, there is always a chance to win. We use our strengths to fill in others' weakness, and that will make good teamwork. In this world, we are all equal. Do not judge others who you think are poor, thin, uneducated, or old. We may never know these people could help us someday in some way.
Moving on to the final game, Glass Bridge. When there's only 16 contestants left, players have to choose a number from 1 to 16. When the game was revealed, players were eager to choose number 1 to 5, thinking they stand a good chance to start the game first. But it's not. The player who chose number 1 will be the first to cross the bridge.
There's 2 rows of glasses, and the contestants have to identify which glass bridge is real and which is fake. If they step on the normal glass, it will break and shatter, causing them to fall to their death. There's one contestant. He is a glass master where he can identify which glass bridge is real or fake. But he afraid everyone will know which glass bridge is real and he refused to tell anyone. When it's his turn, he uses skills to identify the glass bridge. He chose to be silent because if he tells everyone about the real glass bridge, nobody will be knocked out. And this shows the selfishness and greediness in human. And it brings out another value, which is being left behind does not mean we are the weakest.
Do not think that you are doing so slow in life. Take other people's experiences as your inspiration instead. So we can actually sum up that Squid Game reveals the ugliness of human nature to the fullest, closely linking childhood games with the diet, and a small mistake may lead to loss of life.
And the founder of these games is actually the unremarkable old man, 001, spending a lot of money to collect some people living in the dark, let them spend their lives to accompany their childhood memories. This TV series is packed not just with mind-blowing scenes, but with ample reality-biting lessons.
It's a must to add Squid Game into your movie list because it's definitely worth watching.
Here's the end of our talk. Thank you for listening and we will see you next week. Goodbye.